That billy can seems to work all right on a windy day. Have to see how it does on a day that isn't so windy. I made one before and I only put a row of holes around the very bottom there, and you know, obviously as soon as it gets filled up with ash and coals, them holes get plugged, so it can't get no air. So I went ahead and put 2 more rows on up. See if that works. See how long it takes to boil that water and make me some coffee. That only took about 3 minutes. There's only probably a cup or 2 of water in there though. And it stops boiling when I take it off. It's boiling. I'll go ahead and let that brew for a minute. That thing burns nice though. Put too much wood on it, it smokes. But if you just add 1 piece, it doesn't smoke. It puts on quite a bit of heat too. I quit drinking coffee, really. I figured I'd have me some today, though. It's kind of cold. I'm not used to these little bitty fires where you just put one little stick on every 15 or 20 minutes. I'm used to throwing a handful on at a time. She wouldn't be smoking if I didn't stuff a bunch of wood in there. Yeah, I got way too much wood in there. Ain't no getting it out now. That sucker's hot. And fashioned me another spindle for the bow drill. Seems like if I narrow down the part that goes into the fireboard, I have more success, because this part is a lot thicker, and with this being narrower, it spins faster than this thick part. So even though I'm going kind of slow with the bow up here, this is spinning fast enough to get me an ember. Seems to work. Got a little bit of grounds in there. It's not too bad. I left it on there kind of long. It's black as night. Good and hot though, no sugar either. Yummy. Good on a cold day, that's for sure. I miss my coffee on a cold morning or a cold evening. Fall's coming quick here in Michigan. Yep, she ain't smoking now. I'm kind of amazed with the Dakota fire hole and the billy can that the small amount of wood it takes to provide you with a great amount of heat for a very long period of time with very little maintenance if you do it right. I guess if I was sleeping overnight, I'd still have to, you know, I could cat nap, but I wouldn't be able to flat out sleep or it would go out. But as long as you throw 2 or 3 little sticks on there every hour, it seems to last a long, long time. And it radiates heat like crazy. I'm used to big old parallel fire lays with the backdrop of a log to radiate the heat towards you. Gathering up big old oak logs and throwing on there before you go to bed. Waking up with a huge bed of coals in the morning. But that takes a lot of wood, and if you're not in a place that has a lot of wood, you can't really go that route. This seems to be a real nice way to go if you don't have a lot of fuel to burn. And if you do it right, it doesn't smoke either, which is what I like. I hate a smoky fire. Well, the old billy can worked pretty good, I think. I got about 5 hours use out of it. I stuffed it chock full of wood and kindling that was left from that pile I had, which wasn't very much. Put the lid on it, stick that under a dense shrub, or a conifer would be my favorite, so it doesn't get as much rain, and just prop it up about that far with some sticks or something so it's not standing in water. And when I come back, I got a ready-made stove with fuel and everything all ready to go. Kindling, tinder, the whole 9 yards. Just got to put it up under a bush or something so it doesn't get direct rain, and most of this will stay fairly dry. That's the trick to the billy can, because it gets all rusty and sooty. You don't want to drag that around with you. So you just make a whole bunch and you stick them out in the places that you frequent. So when you come back, you got fuel and everything ready to go. That's what I do, or that's what I'm going to do. I haven't done it yet, but now that I know that can works like that, and it cooks good, and it boils water fast, and it uses very little fuel, I'm gonna make up about 5 or 6 of those and put them out around where I frequent, you know. That way if I happen to be out there and I want to cook something or whatever, all my tinder and kindling and firewood is all ready to go, and I have a little stove. Pretty neat. Not too shabby. I just put 3 rows of holes in it. Down at the bottom with a can opener all the way around, and then I just took my knife and poked 2 more rows of holes about halfway up, and works real good. Anyway, I'll talk to you later.